it's been a long time now since I've seen your smile.
Great morning, each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being on. My name is Coach Sagasa. I'm honored, privileged, and blessed to be with you here in the great state of Arizona. For everybody that's on TikTok, everybody that's on YouTube, everybody that's on Facebook, great morning to each and every single one of you. Again, my name is Coach Frank Sagasa, and I'm definitely tuning into you right now from Arizona, the great state. So I want to jump right into today's message. I don't want to be too lengthy. I never want to take up everybody's time. Again, I don't want to sap. I don't want to be a time sapper. You know about time sappers, right? That's not today's message. Today's message is very sincere, and I'm going to definitely share this with you because I think for the most part, when you're going through some trial and tribulation, this week happened to be one of those trials and tribulations for me and my family. Being very transparent with you, having my brother leave this earth and return unto glory. As in the flesh, I was, in the flesh, in awe moment. And I don't mean an awe moment in a good, positive way, but in an awe moment where I was, absent from something, and not just something, but someone. And not just the first time. Again, a brother that's not too much older than I am today. And I'm definitely thankful for the years that I had with my brother. Very thankful for the years that I had with my brother. But my brother passed away. And so, again, I'm sharing this message not just to myself, but to everyone that's watching. Whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook. No matter how dark the circumstance may be, no matter how dark. And again, I went back to work yesterday, and I'm going to get into today's subject. But nonetheless, if I had to give today a title, the valley, if today's title has to be something, it's always know he's got your back. Always know he's got your back. No matter how dark the valley is, it specifically says that there is light. There is light. And when there was light, there was God. There was peace. There was calmness. There was tranquility. There was serenity. There was you. You. Now, what I'm about to share with you, in fact, if you can, just remember what I'm going to share with you. And if you can, share with somebody else. Why? Because I know that there are a lot of people right now in today's circumstance. They might have lost a loved one during the whole coronavirus. I lost two great people close to my heart. And when I look back at the circumstance, the situation, the event, no matter how dark things may seem, someone is with you all the time. And that's one thing that, somebody said on my Facebook. They said, Raymond will always be with you, my brother Raymond. Never let those memories go. And I look at that and say, yes, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And I fully, truly believe that my brother will be with me, just like my parents are with me, just like my other brother is with me, just like my great friend is with me. And now, why am I telling you this? Because he's got your back. In those dark times, I can definitely be thankful for peace. I went back to work yesterday. It took 2 days for me to really hunker down and anchor myself again in a positive mental attitude. I already know this. This is stuff that I've been practicing over the last 6 years. And I mean practicing. You know what they say, progression. Make progress, not excuses. Make progress, not excuses. And like Socrates used to say, there is no learning without remembering. There is no learning without genuine remembering. Those are great words to live by. Because even in those dark times, even in those dark moments of life, when you're going through something, when you're really going through something, if you don't know, I really challenge you today before the year is up that you write down in your journal, you write down in a book, you highlight, you find somewhere your mirror in your bathroom, your dashboard on your car, but you write down that you're going to practice your self-accusation. You're going to practice esteeming who you really are. And you're going to fix those areas that you don't want in your life. You're going to pull the weeds. You're going to pull the weeds. Again, he's got your back. He's got your back. Every single person on earth goes through some type of trial and tribulation. If you, like this young boy told me yesterday, he goes, I don't cuss. I only cuss at home. I looked at him straight dead in his face. I said, look, underneath the sun, every man does something wrong. There is not one soul on this earth that does not go through some trial and tribulation, that doesn't go through something in life. Whether it's a death, whether it's another event, a job loss, a home loss. Everyone goes through something in life. A divorce. Everyone goes through something in life. How long you stay in the valley of self-pity, how long you stay in the valley depends on you, the person in the mirror. The person in the mirror. That's what it boils down to. I think one of the things after losing both parents, after going through heartache, after going through a passion of loss, I knew it was time to start reconditioning my mind. I knew that it was time to start reconditioning my mind. When I went to an event years ago, and I was made to look like a fool in front of almost 5,000 people, I had to really discover what my why was. Now, why am I telling you this? He's got your back. Because even in the circumstances of life, when things go bad, when things go ugly, when you're sitting in a state of anxiety, when you're sitting in a state of tension, when you're sitting in a state or valley of pressure, when you're sitting in a valley or a state of depression, or even thoughts of suicide, understand that somebody's got your back. Someone has got your back. And that someone so happens to be the one that gave you the opportunity to breathe, the opportunity to see, the opportunity to hear, the opportunity to breathe, the opportunity to feel, the opportunity to have not just your passion and your purpose in life, but also that vision and that empathy, that humility. He gave you a gift. He gave you an opportunity. Now I'm going to share something with you again. Listen to this is what Socrates said. There is no learning without remembering. So I challenge you today to remember everything I just shared with you. And if you're on Facebook, of course, you can always keep on going back. If you follow me on YouTube, you can always go back to the video and listen in on it. That's what's nice. Unfortunately, for those people that are watching on TikTok, you don't get that opportunity. You could always definitely find this message on YouTube or on Facebook. But I want you to listen into what John the Apostle is expressing here. And I like this. Just listen closely. He says, abide in me and I in you. One more time. Abide in me and I in you. Now, I like what he goes on to say right here. He says, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this one out. You do not have to have all the degrees in the world or be surrounded by the counsel of all the wise men on earth. Common sense is no more common today. Common sense is no more common today. But this is genuine common sense. He says, abide in me and I in you. Again, you don't have to be the smartest man on earth. You don't have to have all the degrees on earth to figure this one out. Okay? You don't. Common sense says right here, abide in me and I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit of itself. No tree on earth can abide fruit by itself. It needs water. It needs sunlight. It needs, again, the proper fertilization. So now I ask you, as I read you what John put, and this is John chapter 15, verse 4, very simply said, I ask you, what fruit are you bearing? What fruit are you bearing? When you think about that, clearly, if you surround yourself around negative people, pessimistic people, people that are lazy, people who have procrastination, people who are Debbie Downers. If your name is Debbie, no disrespect at all. Don't get it twisted. If your name is Karen, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But if you surround yourself around that, what do you think the outcome, the result might be? What will it be? Think on it. What will it be? If you surround yourself with those individuals, what will it be? If I surround myself around pessimistic individuals, if I surround myself around people who are always negative, if I surround myself around people who are always the Debbie Downer or the Karens in life, how do you think your fruit will look? Very interesting concept. And again, what fruit are you bearing? What fruit are you bearing? Again, he says right here, in John chapter 15, verse 4, he says, abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine. If I have a positive vine that's connected to a positive root, the vine, then guess what the outcome will be? Guess what the outcome will be? Again, Socrates said, there is no learning without remembering. You have to remember these things. I know that distractions of life, listen, people will today commonly, students today, statistically, students today, yes, students between the ages of 13 to 18, students today in schools will pick up their phone over 200 times a day. Over 200 times a day. As I told my wife yesterday, I says, if individuals spent more time learning about something literally that could transform their life rather than dump on their life, you would see a different life. You would see a different world. That's a guarantee. You don't, again, have to have all the degrees in life. Very certain. You're very, very certain. If you just spent 20 minutes a day in the morning, 20 minutes a day in the evening, devoted, that's 40 minutes a day. You spent 40 minutes a day, 52 weeks out of the year, or 365 to 366 days out of the year, 44 minutes a day, committed for 3 to 5 years on something very specific, you would see a whole new revolutionary person. God honest truth. God is my witness. Amazing, right? So again, what fruit are you bearing? He's got your back. Depending on, again, depending on the outlook. What is your outlook on life? What, again, business sucks right now? Okay, what are you going to do about it? Your boss, you and your boss don't get along? What are you going to do about it? You and your kids don't communicate like you would expect to? What are you going to do about it? Again, the tree, the vine. Abide in me and I in you. Get what I'm saying? One more time. Abide in me and I in you. Christ was given a genuine principle. If you just spend a little bit more time with me in the morning, if you just spend a little bit more time with me, that ram of sleeping would be much more content. Would be much more content. I'll never forget the dynamic question from a student this week. She said to me, she says, Sagasta, did you cry? I said, yeah, I did cry. I refuse to be a man who has a wall that is so big that I can't even see over it. Again, being vulnerable, being transparent, being genuinely human allows you to conquer. Again, he who conquers himself is mighty. He who conquers himself is mighty. Again, I answered the dynamic question, did you cry? Yes. The Messiah himself, the shortest verse in the Bible, says that Jesus wept. Says that Jesus wept. So if Jesus could weep, why can't I? You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to build a wall where I can't see over. Again, pride, ego, they always get in the way, family. They always get in the way. Amazing, right? So again, I wanted to share this verse with you. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me. So, life of prosperity, health, and happiness can never be without Christ Almighty, straight up. And I'm not trying to get all religious, all philosophical on you guys, straight up. I'm not trying to do that. What I am looking at, again, what I'm looking at, when I have the genuine smile to smile and the genuine attitude, jump up every single morning at 3 a.m. to introduce content, material, self-education, the principle, the discipline. I'm not saying this to impress you by any means necessary. By any means necessary. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. But to impress upon you that you too have the same opportunity. You too have the same opportunities. They come knocking every single day. Amazing. Amazing. So no matter how dark the things that you go through in life, there is an opportunity. There is an opportunity. There is a solution. There is a remedy. There is a remedy. Hope. Hope. Faith. Okay? I just throwing out that love, kindness. Okay? Just some things that definitely they help. Prayer. No, those 5 things. I wanted to share this with you guys this morning again. God rest my brother's beautiful soul, my brother. I love you, Raymond, and I'll never, ever forget you. I will never forget my mother and father. I will never forget my brother Daniel. I will never forget Steve Pettit. I'll never forget some of the great individuals that I have had the wonderful opportunity of getting to know. Okay? God bless you guys. Have a great and fabulous day. And as always, make every single day a masterpiece. I'm out.
0 problems, big fella.
Yup. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be.
Have a great, beautiful day, y'all. Peace out. Peace out, everybody. Everybody on TikTok, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook. Have a blessed day. I'm out.